oh, you're stuck, you can't grow, raise your prices, get your clients down. Like, that's a really shitty business motto if the way you want to get rid of your clients is to raise their prices so that you're only taking care of high-class clients when you're not even a high-class business. When you can't even get people to come work for you. Like, I get it when you're a company that's so good and everybody wants your services that you would have to raise your prices to keep your standards. But when you don't have any damn standards and you need to raise your prices, that's stupid. Good morning, peeps. What's up? Today's vlog is going to be pretty shitty because I woke up this morning and I could already tell it was going to go down the rabbit hole. But this morning, my son decided he was going to wake up at 11 o'clock, which is terrible because then I get a late start to my day. But it's whatever. I only have a couple lawns that I have to mow today. But also, I called the place where I got this camera from. This is the Sony ZV-1. This is actually a really nice freaking camera. I did a lot of YouTube research on it. I found out that this camera is one of the best ones just because of its audio and its picture quality, and then the flip out screen so I can actually see what I'm looking at while I'm recording. It's pretty portable. It goes on my tripod very well too. Very, very awesome camera. But my battery only lasts 15 to 20 minutes when I'm taking a video. I have to cut my videos super short, and then as soon as I get done, I have to pretty much put it on a charger just to make a 30-minute video. So my battery's junk, and I just bought the camera, which is awesome, which is my luck, but that's just how my day's going already today, but I'm not gonna let it slow me down. So yesterday's vlog, we were kind of talking about fall cleanups and so on and so forth. Those of you that are thinking about starting a lawn care business, I just want to tell you right now, it is a great idea. And I watched a whole bunch of videos. I watched a couple hours worth of YouTube videos yesterday from Mike Andes at Augusta Lawn Care. One thing that he does that I would highly recommend you guys do the opposite is don't worry so much about growing so fast. Mike Andes has a franchise with Augusta Lawn Care, so they're everywhere. I mean, they're up here in Michigan, they're in Alabama, they're everywhere. Every one of his things that he was talking about that was bad it was always the same thing that was bad every single time. He couldn't find employees. He couldn't find employees. He couldn't find employees. That was the number one issue he kept having, was he's got all these people that want their lawns cut, but he can't find anybody to cut their lawns. And then he was going through, and then one of the franchise, there was it was the guy, the owner of the franchise, and then there was 1, 2, 3 workers. And the dude was saying that he was making $60,000 to $80,000 a week. A month. 60 to 80 grand a month. And I'm sitting there thinking, that was my whole season with just me. And then come to find out, he paid his best employee that had just been there for only a year. He was paying him $20 an hour. Now, I don't know about you guys, and they are so strict about going over 40 hours because they use this thing called P for P, which is pay for, pay for performance, or performance for pay, or whatever, something like that. But granted, you have to keep going at a fast pace. You have to get 8 hours worth of work done in 6 hours, and also you can't break anything. You can't wreck the lawnmowers, you can't send rocks through windshields, you can't have customer complaints, you can't tear up the lawn, you can't be late for work. All those things go against you. So let's say you did, for instance, we'll say you did $1,000 worth of man hours worked, and then at the end of the week, your P4P was actually $1,200. So you actually did a lot better. Let's say you did 40 hours worth of work, but you did it in like 35 hours or 30 hours or whatever, so it was good for the company. It was good for that company, and it made them some money. So they're gonna pay you extra because you actually did so much work. But if at the end of the month, if you got yellow slips or pink slips, or if you got customer complaints, or you broke a hose or ran over a hose or a faucet or a sprinkler head or anything like that, that comes out of your pay. Boom, 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 boom. You're back to your base pay again. It's whatever's greater. They'll pay you the base pay or the P4P performance. I think it's an awesome system. Honestly, I do. Is it a little, yeah, but the whole thing with Mike and his idea is he wants to build a business. His business, he's all about making money. That's the number one priority for that dude, is to make money. How can he make money? Every time he goes into one of his failed franchises, which he has tons of YouTube videos on him, like if he has a franchise like the one I watched yesterday, they were struggling. They were getting ready to get rid of 30 customers because they were past due. They couldn't get to them. They didn't have enough people. And he had 3 people plus him, so there was only 4 of them, and they were doing way too many clients. They couldn't keep up with it. So what they wanted to do was just get rid of 30 of the farthest clients away from them. So Mike's idea was, well, let's just raise the prices and then they'll go on their own. And that's Mike's solution to every single problem that he came across was, we'll just raise the prices. If you get too big, if you get too many clients, let's say you had 50 clients a week and now you're at like 60 or 70 or 80, and you don't have the work staff behind you to grow your company, to get maybe one more trailer set up or one more truck route or one more crew member, if you can't get that person, raise the prices, raise the prices, raise the prices. But the thing is Mike is new to all of this. Mike has only been doing Augusta Lawn Care franchises for not very long. You can't just keep raising the prices because you want to grow. You have to, at some point, just be better at managing your money. You can't just keep saying, well, I don't have anybody that wants to work for me. Well, no, because it's 110 degrees outside and you're trying to tell that dude that he can't make any mistakes, and you want to pay him, you only want to pay him $20 an hour or $18 an hour. Most of the employees for the franchise is making between $15 and $18 an hour. No. For one, when I first started my lawn care business with just a push mower and a broom in the back of an SUV, I was making like $40 something an hour. And it's not that hard to do. I mean, yes, it is hard to run a successful business that makes good money, but if you just want to go and mow 20 lawns a week, 15 lawns a week, it's way more than $20 an hour. Way more than $20 an hour. So these guys are crazy with the way they're trying to run this franchise. But the point I'm trying to make is, there's a guy in my area. I'm not going to name any names because I don't want to butt heads with the dude, but when he first started out, he was given a large lump sum of money from his parents or relatives. It was his parents, whatever. He was given a large lump sum of money. And when he started, he hit the ground running, and he had 0-turn mowers, enclosed trailers, 3 different trucks, and he hired a whole bunch of crews right off the street. Well, he's been in service for quite some time now, and let me tell you, that dude has got more negative people around this area talking bad about him, and he's got more 1-star reviews than I do 5-star reviews, and I have a ton of 5-star reviews. But the point I'm trying to make is, you need to control your growth. You need to treat your clients well. You're out here to build a business. You're not out here to just suck all the money from everywhere you go. And that's a big problem with Mike's company, is Mike just wants the money. He wants the money. He wants the money. He wants the franchise. Like, everywhere he goes, he's like, oh, you're stuck. You can't grow. Raise your prices. Get your clients down. Like, that's a really shitty business motto. If the way you want to get rid of your clients is to raise their prices so that you're only taking care of high-class clients, when you're not even a high-class business, when you can't even get people to come work for you. Like, I get it when you're a company that's so good and everybody wants your services that you would have to raise your prices to keep your standards. But when you don't have any damn standards and you need to raise your prices, that's stupid. But the only reason that this dude is getting more clients than he can take care of is because he's taking care of a massive area. He's got tons of support to get those clients in that area. And he's got tons of marketing tools and stuff. But that's the reason why, if you want to start a lawn care company, I highly recommend you do it, because there's so many yards available. It's a huge industry. Ouch, spit my lip. There's a huge industry. There's so much work that needs to be done. Tons of people are looking for lawn care and landscaping services. Tons. They're everywhere. And it might not be for everybody. But I can tell you right now, if you're getting into this game and your sole objective is to just get money and get out, you're not going to survive more than 5 years. The first couple of years, you might be thinking you're rolling in the dough, but people talk. Every time you give somebody a bad experience, they're going to tell 10 to 15 people how crappy that service was. And then the months go by and the years go by, and then pretty soon 95% of the people around you, they don't like your services. They don't like who you are as a company, and then you fail. Everything that you worked so hard to grow just falls because you were chasing the money. You need to chase quality. Go for the quality. The quality is going to serve you time and time again. You might not be getting a ton of clients the first year, the second year, or the third year, but I tell you what, the end of that third year and the beginning of that fourth and fifth year, you're going to get good clients. Not just like trailer park trash clients with garbage all over like you're going to get good, nice quality cutting yards and full service clients, which are my favorite. But the point I'm trying to make is it's not about the money. It shouldn't be about the money. You shouldn't just attack people and just like say, oh man, I'm growing too fast. Like you need to focus on building a good company. If I was to hire somebody, I'm going to pay them because they're helping me grow as a company. I'm not going to be like, well, instead of paying them $20 an hour, I could pay them $15 and then I can get myself an extra, I don't even know what that is, 5 times 4, it's an extra $200 a week. But what's going to happen is that guy is going to give you not such good work. That guy's going to work for you the way you pay him. He's going to give you crap work because you're giving him crap pay. Making your success off of others is so wrong. You see it all the time everywhere. Look at your Walmarts and your Amazons and your Targets and your big box stores. They do it nonstop. They step on all the little people to make themselves bigger because they think they're these great giants or whatever. Whatever helps you sleep at night. That's not going to help me sleep at night. But here's the thing. Yes, I put in the time. Yes, I do all my quotes and my estimates. I built my Google page. I built my business. I built myself to where I am today. Yes. And do I think if I hire somebody, I need to pay them like 50% of what I make? Absolutely not. But take care of them. Because here's the thing. If you have one company just like me that pays all their employees $15 an hour, you're going to get $15 an hour worth of workers. You're going to get people, let's say you get 10 applicants a week that want to work for you because you're paying $15 an hour. They find out it's hard work. They don't like it. They're gone. There's so much wasted money. Getting them started, getting them in the door, getting the applications, getting, sitting down with them on the interviews, getting them on the payroll, getting them shirts, getting them going. All to pay them $15 an hour, and then within a month they're like, this work is really hard, it's not worth $15. I can go over here and bag groceries for $14 an hour in the air conditioning. I'd rather just go do that. Or you can pay your employees like $22, $23, $24 an hour. And if people are scrolling through the internet or going through Indeed and they see that there's someone paying $23, $24 an hour, no experience needed, on the job training versus $15 in the same field, where do you think they're going to go? You're going to get maybe 10 applicants a week for $15. You're going to get like 50 to 60 or 70 applicants a week. And so you get to pick out the people that you seem to be a good fit for you instead of like just taking what you can get, which is what 95% of Mike's employees are just people that would do the job, people that don't know any better. To see it in my field too, and I see it all the time, people with the low pay, it's so crappy. Like they expect perfect attendance and they expect you to be great at your job and not slacking off at all and being completely engaged in your work, but yet they're giving you like mediocre pay, which is so stupid. And then people will argue, well, the owner has to pay for the gas and the equipment and sharpening the blades and the maintenance and the time schedules and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, yeah, and your point is that's why that dude makes 80% more than what the other guy makes. That's why if I did have an employee, I would have the numbers right to where I'm comfortably living and then I'm also taking care of my employee and listening to their needs. Now, if I got somebody who's trying to take advantage of me and they're giving me poor work and they're not, you know, they're tearing up my yards, they're getting me bad customer complaints, and obviously it ain't working. Sorry, I went on a rant there. But the point is, again, the point is, if you're going to start a lawn care business, if you're going to start any business, do it for the right reasons. Don't do it like, obviously, yes, you want to make some money. But that should not be your only goal. That should not be the only thing in your mind. You should have a good business. Like, treat your customers with respect. Like, so stupid that you want to get rid of some customers so you just force them to make that decision on their own because you just raise their prices to where they can't afford you. That makes perfect sense for a company that is superior. If you want top-notch, amazing services done from somebody, then yeah, you're gonna have to pay more than what somebody else might offer when it's like mediocre services. That makes total sense. But you can't be given mediocre services and then just charge like high-end prices. That's so stupid. That's an extra way to just speed up the failure of your business. Don't try to chase the money. You might have to work another job to help support you and pay your bills. You're not gonna be able to go right off the bat and start doing stuff on your own and quit your 9-to-5 job. That's just not going to happen. I had to work both jobs my first year in the business, but then my second year I got on Google and then I put myself in the buyer's guide and I slowly upgraded my equipment the first year. Like when I first started out, I didn't even have a leaf blower. Then I bought one, it was awesome. So I was just reinvesting into the business and I was slowly growing, but I made sure that I was taking care of my clients. I was setting myself up for success because that's what's important. It's important to have a good business going forward. You should not be worrying about just growing and then making more money. Like you need to focus on maybe training your employees or training yourself or getting your books done right. Preparing yourself for 60 people every week, or preparing yourself for 70 lawns or 80 lawns, or just being ready, you know, building your business slowly but proper. Don't blow it up thinking, okay, I can handle 200 clients. I just got to hire more people. And then you start hiring these junky people and these people that don't last, and all it's doing is just costing you money, and it's just not working out for you. More money, more problems. Point blank. I highly recommend somebody who's just starting out to just go out and buy a crappy push mower from a yard sale or Facebook. You can damn near get them for free. Get your push mower, get yourself a gas can, get yourself a weed whacker, and then a little handheld blower. There is no reason why you can't get all that stuff for like $100, $150, maybe $200. See, my battery's gonna die. We've only been recording for 23 minutes. So stupid. But yeah, you can get all that stuff for under $500. But I'm gonna have to cut the video short, charge my damn camera, and then I'll get back to you guys on the next video. But this will be the part 1, so look for part 2. But yeah, you could definitely start a lawn care business for under $500.